Hi, I'm Matthew Lapp, host of Matthew Lapp Train Guy segment show. Also today in this segment, I'm at the Freight House restaurant in LaCrosse, Wisconsin. The Freight House restaurant is located on 107 Vine Street in LaCrosse, Wisconsin. Also, hours may vary. The building was built in 1880 and contained freight offices of the Chicago, Milwaukee, and St. Paul Railroad, and for many years, freight trains would pull up to the building and cars were loaded and unloaded at this building when it was owned by the railroad. In 1955, after freight services were halted, the building was used by private businesses till 1978. Then the restaurant opened that year and received the Heritage Award by LaCrosse Historical Preservation Society. A model train store known as Hobby Train Store was close by and was located in some train cars till it closed likely in the 1900s. Today, this building acts as a restaurant as it still does today. What you see right behind me is Chicago, Milwaukee, and St. Paul 206. Chicago, Milwaukee, and St. Paul 206 was built by the Chicago, Milwaukee, and St. Paul Railroad Shops in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 1942 and is a combined baggage coach car. This car saw service on the railroad for many years, and one section of the car is where passengers would sit, while the baggage compartment was in the other end of the car. It spent several years on passenger trains as well. In 1956, the car was repainted yellow when it was used jointly by the Chicago, Milwaukee, and St. Paul Union Pacific and Southern Pacific between Chicago, Milwaukee, and the West Coast, and it took over joint operation of the Union Pacific City's passenger trains into Chicago. It even traveled on Union Pacific's named trains such as the City of Los Angeles and City of San Francisco. Then the car was retired from service and was then sold to J.W. Kerslake in South Dakota. Eventually, it got repainted back into its Chicago, Milwaukee, and St. Paul paint scheme. Then, in 1971, it was put into maintenance of way service. In 1974, it was sold to the Eau Claire Lumber Company in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Then it was retired and was then moved to LaCrosse, Wisconsin, and was put on display at the Freight House restaurant where it is seen today. It was soon repainted into its Chicago, Milwaukee, and St. Paul red and orange paint scheme as well. Today it can be found right here on display at the Freight House restaurant in LaCrosse, Wisconsin, where it is today. What you see right behind me is Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy 99. Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy 99 was built by the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Aurora shops in Aurora, Illinois, 1905, and is a business car. This is the second business car of the railroad to be numbered 99. For many years, the car even acted as an office car for executives for the railroad whenever it traveled on the back end of passenger trains as well. and even people would step out onto the open air deck to watch the world go flying by when riding a train. In 1940, it was equipped with air conditioning and thermopane windows. From the 1950s through the 1960s, it was assigned to the general manager of the lines west and was based in Lincoln, Nebraska. Then it was ferried to Omaha, Nebraska when the general manager needed to use the car. In 1966, it was retired and was then sold to Clint Jones in Pewaukee, Wisconsin. Then it was sold to Trans-Northern Inc. in Algoma, Wisconsin, and would likely travel by rail and charter service. It was then back into retirement and was then sold to the Freight House Restaurant in LaCrosse, Wisconsin. Today, it can be seen here at the Freight House Restaurant in LaCrosse, Wisconsin, where it is on display today. Well, I hope you all enjoyed learning about trains with me today in Matthew Lapp Train Guy segment show. Also, I hope to see you all again in the next segment. And if you didn't subscribe to my channel yet, the subscribe button is just down below the video screen. And if you didn't give the Facebook page a like yet, here's where you'll want to go. And if you didn't give the Instagram page a follow yet, here's where you'll want to go as well. Also, be sure to get your merch at teesprings.com. The link is in the description box below, along with the Facebook and Instagram pages. And remember to subscribe to the Train Guy. So this is Matthew Lapp, host of Matthew Lapp Train Guy segment show. Sign out until next time. All aboard.